What if I told you that the secret to outsmarting everyone around you isn't about being clever, fast, or manipulative? It's about something deeper, something ancient that's been hidden in plain sight for centuries.
Stick around, because what you'll discover today could change the way you think forever.
Now, we've all been in situations where we felt out of control. Maybe you were caught in an argument, in a tough decision, or even in a situation where others seemed to have the upper hand. But here's the thing. What if I told you that there's a mindset that lets you rise above all of that?
What if you could navigate life's challenges with a calm, calculated presence that makes others wonder how you always seem to be 3 steps ahead? What we're talking about today is the Stoic Mindset, a powerful philosophy from ancient Greece that can help you outsmart the chaos around you, not by outwitting others, but by mastering yourself. Imagine being so steady, so focused, that no matter what life throws at you, you never lose your cool. This mindset is a game changer, and it's been used by some of the greatest minds in history, from Marcus Aurelius to Epictetus. Stick around, because we're about to dive deep into this philosophy. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to use the Stoic mindset to outsmart the world without having to say a word. 1. The power of control. Master yourself first. In a world full of distractions, chaos, and noise, the first thing you need to understand is this. The only thing you truly control is yourself. Think about it. You can't control what others do. You can't control the weather, the economy, or even the actions of people close to you. The only thing you can control is how you respond to everything that happens around you. This is the cornerstone of Stoicism. Ancient Stoics, like Epictetus, taught that while you can't control external events, you can control your reactions to them. The key to outsmarting the world isn't in manipulating others or forcing things to go your way. It's in becoming so grounded and self-aware that you are not thrown off balance by the world around you. Let me give you an example. Imagine someone cuts you off in traffic. Your immediate reaction is probably anger. You're upset, frustrated, maybe even anxious. But what if, instead, you decided not to react at all? What if you didn't let their behavior disturb your peace? The Stoics believed that we should aim to become like the calm sea, unaffected by the waves crashing against it. Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic emperors, said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." When you stop reacting to everything, you gain power. You gain control over yourself. And that is the first step to outsmarting the world around you. The art of detachment, letting go of desires. In the world we live in, we're constantly told that we need more money, more success, more attention. But Stoicism teaches us something different. True power comes from detachment. Think about how much stress we experience when we chase after things we don't have. Whether it's the desire for wealth, approval, or even comfort, these desires can control us. The Stoics understood this danger, and they advised us to let go of attachments to external things. Seneca, another Stoic philosopher, wrote, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor." When you detach yourself from the desire for more, you free yourself from the endless chase. You stop being a slave to your wants, and that's when you gain the power to think clearly, make better decisions, and act with purpose. The Stoic mindset teaches that happiness isn't found in the things you can possess, but in the way you choose to live. When you stop seeking validation or external approval, you'll find that you don't need to outsmart anyone. You simply become immune to the pressures of society. 3. The power of perspective. Seeing the bigger picture. One of the most important tools in the Stoic toolkit
is perspective. Life is full of challenges and setbacks, but how you choose to view them makes all the difference. When things go wrong, you can either see it as a problem or as an opportunity to grow. Marcus Aurelius, once again, reminds us, the obstacle on the path becomes the way. This simple yet profound statement teaches us that setbacks are not to be feared, they are to be embraced. Every challenge is an opportunity to practice patience, resilience, and wisdom. For instance, let's say you fail at something important. Your first reaction might be to feel defeated, frustrated, or even angry. But if you apply the Stoic mindset, you could look at that failure as a stepping stone toward growth. It becomes part of the bigger picture. Instead of seeing it as a barrier, you see it as a lesson. By learning to shift your perspective, you start to see life not as a series of obstacles to avoid, but as a series of lessons to master. And that, my friend, is how you outsmart the world. When everyone else is panicking, you're calmly calculating your next move. 4. The strength of virtue. Doing what is right, not what is easy. What sets the Stoics apart from others is their commitment to virtue. They believed that true power lies in doing what is right, not what is easy or popular. This is where the Stoic mindset truly separates the wise from the average. In a world where shortcuts and quick fixes seem tempting, the Stoic reminds us that integrity, honesty, and courage are the only paths to true freedom. You don't need to outsmart anyone by deceiving them or bending the truth. Instead, outsmart the world by sticking to your principles, no matter what. One of the most profound lessons from Stoicism comes from Epictetus, who said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Life will throw challenges your way, but your character, the strength of your virtues, will always be your guide. When you stay true to your values, you don't need to manipulate or compete. You simply live with purpose and let your actions speak for themselves. This is the highest form of intelligence, acting with virtue, even when it's not the easiest thing to do. The power of time, using every moment wisely. Finally, the Stoics understood the most valuable resource you have is time. Once it's gone, you can't get it back. Every moment is precious. And when you realize this, you start to act differently. The great philosopher Seneca once wrote, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it." Most people spend their time chasing meaningless pursuits or dwelling on past mistakes. But the Stoics advise us to use every moment to focus on what truly matters: growth, wisdom, and virtue. To outsmart the world, you don't need more time. You need to use the time you have wisely. Spend it on things that nourish your mind and soul. Don't waste it on distractions or the opinions of others. By mastering your use of time, you put yourself ahead of everyone else. So, here's the truth. To outsmart everybody, you don't need to be faster, cleverer, or more manipulative. You need to master yourself. You need to embrace the Stoic mindset, the mindset of control, detachment, perspective, virtue, and time. When you live by these principles, you don't need to play the games others play. You rise above them. You find peace, power, and wisdom in the midst of chaos. You become unshakable. And that's how you outsmart the world. So, are you ready to start living with the Stoic mindset? If so, hit that subscribe button and leave a comment letting me know how you plan to use these lessons in your life. Trust me, the journey is just beginning.